Hey YouTube, it's Yang. I have the Magical Musketeer profile I've been working on this past week. Let's get into it. We got 3 Caspar. Caspar is the main monster. So Magical Musketeer has a very unique playstyle where if something is activated in the same column as that monster gets to activate its effect afterward. So Caspar is the one that searches the deck for any magical musket card. Very, very important to play 3. When this archetype came out in Spirit Warriors, it was super hype. I remember like this card was like $30 to $40. Yeah, it just turns out to be this deck is very, very fair, like almost way too fair in a way. Starfire 3. This one is a special summon 1 magical musket monster from deck and defense. Yeah, this deck is just way too fair, so that's why I didn't saw any success. We got Kid Brave. This one's a discard a musket card to draw 2 cards. Cycles through the deck. I was very interested in it. Like I tried to tweak around the builds from when it came out and such. Doc is the one when this can add a magical musket card from grave to hand. Different than the one you activate. We got 3 Ash Blossom. Mandatory hand trap. Sally. Like everything is a hard once per turn on the monsters and on the spell and traps. That's what made this deck like super fair. We got 3 Prosperity. I know this card is kind of expensive. It's not required, but I still prefer it because every spell card that we activate underneath them is literally a +1. So this is a consistency too, to make sure we have a monster to start. Got 1 Desire because it's at 1. 1 Upstart because it's at 1. I just noticed these cards were at 3 in the Master Duel, and I have this deck in Master Duel with 3 Upstart and 3 Desires instead of the Pot of Prosperity. It runs much better on there, but Master Duel is a totally different game. So we got 1 Steady Hands. I was thinking about running a copy of Honest, but Steady Hands seems to be a better fit because it's a searchable card. And then 3 Cross Domination. Cross Domination is basically like a impermanence, and you can activate in the damage step, which also lowers the attack to 0. Very useful card because all of our monsters are puny. We need something like that to run them over. And then Super Poly because we need to break boards, and we're puny monsters and can't really do that. So we'll rely on Super Poly to do so. Traps. We got 3 Desperado. Desperado probably the best one in my opinion. It's like a Zodiac Trident, pops any face-up card. If only these cards didn't have a once per turn clause on them, maybe this deck would be better. I don't even see this deck being meta, even if they're not once per turn. Like crazy that they're so limiting on it. The Last Stand. Last Stand negates a Spell Trap. It's like a counter trap from hand. Very, very powerful card. It's one of its kind. I think this and this Red Reboot is the only counter trap that can be activated from the hand. And Dancing Needle. Decided to play 1 copy of that. Depends on matchup. This card could win you the game. It's the DD Crow for 3. And also I forgot to mention Magical Musket, Spell or Traps. As long as you control a Magical Musket monster, they can be activated from the hand. So these are all hand traps. That the Spell or Trap cards. Everything is a hand trap in this deck. Speak of hand traps, 3 Imperms. Yeah, we still have to play some hand traps too. Then we got 2 Strikes. And then 3 Summon Limit. Summon Limit because we never summon more than 2 times. And this will stop the combo decks from going crazy on us. that's all for the main deck. 40 cards. I'll try to keep it 40 for all my decks for consistency purposes. Yeah, let me know if you guys want to change anything from here. I think everything seems fine. Like maybe another copy of Doc, but Doc is not really good as a starter, so I just play one. Then the extra deck, we got 3 Max. But the release of Max strengthens the deck a little bit, so we can actually do stuff going second. Max is on summon. It just requires any Magical Musketeer monster. It's a link 1. So if you're going second against like a back row deck that has like 3 back row, if you summon Max will, for the back row, you could get to summon monsters. So you could get to summon 3 monsters from your deck. And then if they have like monsters on their side of the field, if they have 3 monsters, you summon Max, you get to search 3 of traps, spell a trap cards from the Magical Muskets, spell traps from the deck to the hand. Everything else is just all super polymerization targets. Like, I'm not that creative there, sorry, but that's what I came up with for the deck. I thought about trying out like a scapegoat and such, but like this format is very fast for scapegoat. Even if that goes to 3, it's like I'll try it, but like I also play Ties of the Brethren and tomb table contents in this deck in the past too. It's just very win more and greedy in my opinion. With the release of Max, you don't really need that because we can do stuff going second. Maybe fit a copy of Crooked Crown. Yeah, so I can put out more monsters. But anyways, that's it for the deck. Please like and subscribe and comment down below on what would you change to improve the deck. But anyways, see you guys next week. Goodbye.